back, because we might get...
So I want to tell you a story, because I think this will really break down sort of the awareness that I got when it happened to me. So years ago, right, I was dancing with this artist. I've been dancing with him for a couple of years. We've been performing across the States and into overseas in Japan. It's been a couple of years, and all of a sudden the manager comes up to me and says, "Hey, Bradley, do you want to choreograph for the artist?" I'm like, of course I want to choreograph for the artist. She goes, "Okay, cool." Now, usually what happens at that time is her manager will call my agent, and then they get on the phone and go, "Hey, let's hook this up. Let's work the rate out. Let's figure out all the agreement and all that stuff." They'll talk about it, and then or you might say, "Okay, let's get Bradley to work with some dancers, put some things together, and then he'll come back and present, some ideas and what it's going to look like and what the movements are." That's kind of the usual. Well, you know what happened? That's not what happened. That's not what happened. This is what happened. That manager said, "Okay." She sat down in a chair, and then she opened the door. She called in the artist, and the artist sat here. So they're sitting there, and I'm standing here. No one else in the studio. Not a big studio. It wasn't that huge. And then she goes over to the stereo. She just turns on some music, a brand new single from that artist. I'd never heard it before. Like, it hasn't been released yet. And she goes, "Bradley, what you got?" I'm like, "What do you mean, what do I got? I got nothing." In my head, I'm going, "I got nothing. I don't have nothing right now." In my head, it was this whole thing where I was aware that all I had to do was just stay connected to who I was. All I had to do was just stay connected to the groove that I talk about. But the reality was I was thinking and in that place of, oh my gosh, what is happening right now? And I had a choice. I had to go, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna jump into this or not? Am I gonna do this or not? And as I started to just try to do it, which initially I was trying, which was the wrong attempt, really, I was battling what I called a move mindset versus groove. I was thinking, what should I do? What is she looking for? Does she want me to do angular motions? Does she want me to kind of groove? Should I be smiling or kind of be cool? And it was all this thought process of what it should be, what it could be, as opposed to what it is, what is there. The groove mindset was telling me, thankfully, more overpoweringly, "Bradley, you're here for a reason. There's something going on. Back up for a second. You know this artist. You've danced for a couple of years. You know these people. You're here. Boom. What's the music saying? Oh, okay. You know how to groove, and all you can do is do what you do." And I kept sinking further into that. And as I did that, it was just this awareness in practice of what I've been speaking and making it real. And as I did it, like those sirens going up now, it put up bells in my head. I was like, I gotta start living this more and more. I gotta be in that groove mindset all the way through. I gotta pass this on into other parts of my life. And I finally started moving. It felt like hours. It felt like 3 hours. It was only like 3 minutes. But finally, the artist said, "Oh, I like that." Oh, I started grooving some more and grooving some more and grooving some more. And finally, about a minute later, she stood beside me, and we started grooving. And then I worked for her for like the next 4 years. And it really sort of brought home that idea that all I could do was offer what I had and be in that groove. So that's what we're gonna be talking about. It breaks down to many other areas, but I hope that gave you an insight into the groove mindset that you can live in. Yes, yes, yes. Keep it grooving, groovers.